When life challenges you with storms of uncertainty, pain, or fear, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But what if the solution isn't to fight harder, but to trust deeper? Believing in God during times of struggle isn't just about religion or rituals. It's about activating a state of mind and heart that transforms how you experience the problem. Faith in God is not merely a spiritual concept. It is a transformative mindset that redefines how we navigate life's challenges. In moments of difficulty, when the weight of problems seems unbearable, faith serves as a lifeline, a mental and emotional anchor that shifts our focus from fear and doubt to trust and hope. This shift is not just comforting, it is a profound change that can alter the way we approach and overcome obstacles. The human mind is naturally wired to focus on threats and uncertainties. When we face problems, our brain often reacts with stress, anxiety, and overthinking, amplifying our perception of the challenge. These reactions are deeply rooted in survival instincts, but they can also trap us in cycles of worry and indecision. Faith in God disrupts this cycle. It reorients our thinking from a state of survival to one of surrender and trust. By believing that a higher power is guiding us, we create an inner environment where peace and clarity replace chaos and fear. This mindset is powerful because it taps into our innate ability to reframe situations. Faith allows us to see beyond the immediate problem, shifting our perspective from what if everything goes wrong to what if this is happening for a greater purpose. This shift doesn't just alter how we feel, it changes the way we act. Instead of reacting impulsively out of fear, we begin to respond with calmness and intention, trusting that the solutions we need will unfold in time. When you place your belief in God during difficult times, you are also engaging in a practice of emotional regulation. Faith soothes the nervous system, reducing stress responses like elevated heart rate and shallow breathing. This is not just a subjective experience. Scientific studies have shown that belief systems rooted in trust and hope can lower cortisol levels, improve focus, and enhance overall well-being. The physiological effects of faith complement its psychological benefits, creating a holistic state of balance. Faith is not blind optimism. It is an active, deliberate choice to trust in something greater than yourself. Problems often feel overwhelming because we believe we must solve them entirely on our own. This sense of isolation can lead to feelings of helplessness. Faith, however, reminds us that we are not alone. It reconnects us to the divine, to the understanding that we are part of a larger plan, and that our burdens are shared with a power that transcends human limitations. This reconnection with God also fosters resilience. Life will always present challenges, but how we face them determines their impact on us. Faith equips us with the strength to endure, not by removing the problem, but by transforming our relationship with it. When you believe in God, you begin to see challenges as temporary and manageable. This perspective creates hope, and hope, in turn, fuels perseverance. Even in the darkest moments, faith keeps us moving forward. Another important aspect of faith as a mindset is its ability to foster gratitude. When you trust that God is working for your highest good, even in the midst of difficulties, you become more attuned to the blessings in your life. Gratitude shifts your focus away from what is lacking to what is already abundant. This shift is transformative because it creates a positive feedback. The more you focus on gratitude, the more you notice things to be grateful for, even in the middle of a storm. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to default to hope rather than despair. Faith also cultivates a sense of surrender, which is often misunderstood. Surrender is not giving up, it is releasing the need to control every detail of a situation. Many of our struggles come from resisting what is happening or clinging to how we think things should be. Surrendering to God's plan is a powerful act of trust. It says, I may not understand this now, but I believe there is a purpose behind it. This act of letting go allows divine wisdom and solutions to emerge, often in ways we could never have anticipated. When faith becomes your mindset, it creates a ripple effect in your life. You begin to notice how your inner state of trust influences your external reality. Relationships improve because you're no longer carrying the weight of constant worry. Decisions become clearer because you're grounded in trust rather than fear. Even your health can improve as the stress of trying to control everything dissolves into the peace of surrender. Faith in God transforms not just how you face problems, but how you live your life. It creates a foundation of trust, resilience, and hope that carries you through every challenge. It is not about avoiding difficulties, it is about facing them with a heart that believes in divine guidance. When you adopt faith as a mindset, you step into a new way of being, one where problems are no longer insurmountable, but opportunities for growth and deeper connection with the divine. Faith, in this sense, is not a passive state. It is an active, empowering force that shapes every thought, feeling, and action. It is the mindset that reminds us, even in our darkest hours, that we are never alone. Believing in God creates a bridge to inner guidance, a connection to a source of wisdom that transcends human understanding. When life feels chaotic and problems arise, it's easy to feel lost or unsure about the next step. However, faith in God anchors us in the understanding that there is always a greater intelligence at work, guiding us through every challenge. This guidance is not external, but something that comes from within, an innate connection to the divine that becomes clearer when we quiet the noise of fear and doubt. In moments of uncertainty, the mind often spirals into overthinking, trying to analyze every detail and predict every possible outcome. This mental chatter can drown out the subtle voice of intuition, which is often how God communicates with us. Faith in God quiets this noise and allows us to tune into that deeper voice, a sense of knowing that isn't based on logic but on trust. This inner guidance might not always provide immediate answers, but it offers clarity in the form of direction, assurance, and peace. It's a sense that even if you don't have the full picture, you are being led toward the right path. God's guidance often manifests in ways that seem subtle but are deeply impactful. It might come through a sudden insight, a strong feeling, or even a series of events that seem too perfectly timed to be coincidence. When you trust in God, you begin to recognize these moments as signs of divine intervention, nudging you toward the solutions you seek. This isn't about passive waiting, it's about being open and receptive to the messages and opportunities that come your way. The more you trust, the more attuned you become to these signals, and the more confident you feel in navigating life's challenges. One of the most profound aspects of believing in God is the realization that you don't have to figure everything out on your own. The weight of trying to control every detail of your life can be exhausting, leading to stress, anxiety, and even burnout. Faith in God alleviates this burden. It reminds you that you are supported by a higher power that sees the bigger picture, one that your human mind cannot always grasp. This understanding allows you to let go of the need to have all the answers and instead trust in the unfolding of God's plan. Paradoxically, this surrender doesn't weaken you, it strengthens you by freeing up mental and emotional energy to focus on what truly matters. Connecting to God's guidance also helps align your decisions with a deeper sense of purpose. When faced with a difficult choice, it's easy to get caught up in the opinions of others, societal expectations, or even fear of failure. But when you believe in God and seek His wisdom, your decisions become rooted in integrity and authenticity. You start to ask questions like, what would align with my highest good, or what feels most aligned with God's will for me? These questions lead to answers that are not just practical but deeply fulfilling, as they come from a place of divine alignment rather than ego or fear. This connection to God also fosters a profound sense of trust and timing. Often we become frustrated when solutions don't appear as quickly as we'd like, or when life seems to veer off the course we had planned. Faith in God reminds us that His timing is perfect, even when it doesn't match our expectations. Sometimes delays or detours are necessary for our growth or to prepare us for something greater than we imagined. Trusting in God's timing doesn't mean passively waiting, it means staying present and engaged, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Inner guidance through faith in God also brings a sense of peace that surpasses understanding. This peace doesn't mean the absence of problems, but the presence of assurance in the midst of them. It's the calm that comes from knowing you are not walking alone, that there is a power greater than you steering the ship, even when the waters are rough. This peace allows you to face challenges with courage and grace, knowing that whatever happens is part of a divine plan that is ultimately working for your good. To access this inner guidance, it's essential to cultivate practices that strengthen your connection to God. Prayer is one of the most direct ways to do this, a moment of quiet reflection where you express your concerns, seek clarity, and listen for answers. Meditation is another powerful tool, allowing you to still your mind and create space for God's voice to emerge. Acts of gratitude and service also deepen this connection, reminding you of the abundance and love that flow from the divine. Faith in God as a source of inner guidance is transformative because it shifts your focus from external chaos to internal wisdom. It reminds you that the answers you seek are already within you, placed there by a power that knows you better than you know yourself. This connection doesn't eliminate problems, but it changes how you approach them. Instead of feeling lost or overwhelmed, you move forward with the assurance that you are being guided step by step toward the solutions and outcomes that are meant for you. With God as your guide, every challenge becomes an opportunity to deepen your trust, strengthen your resilience, and align more fully with the life you were created to live. Faith in God is a powerful tool for rewiring the mind, transforming how we think, feel, and ultimately respond to the challenges of life. The human brain is incredibly adaptable, constantly forming new connections based on repeated thoughts and behaviors, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. When you consistently affirm your belief in God, particularly during difficult times, you create new neural pathways that shift your mental and emotional state from negativity and stress to peace and positivity. Over time, this shift doesn't just change your mindset, it fundamentally reshapes your brain's default patterns. Challenges and adversities often trigger habitual reactions rooted in fear, worry, and doubt. These responses are the result of ingrained thought patterns developed over time. If left unchecked, these patterns can create a mental loop of stress and hopelessness, reinforcing the idea that problems are insurmountable. However, faith in God acts as a circuit breaker for these cycles. By consciously choosing to believe in divine guidance and support, you introduce new thoughts that counteract fear-based narratives. For instance, replacing "I don't know how I'll get through this with God is with me guiding me through this" interrupts the negative loop and opens the door to solutions and inner calm. This process of rewiring the mind through faith doesn't happen overnight, but with consistency, it becomes a transformative habit. Every time you choose to trust in God instead of succumbing to worry, you reinforce a new way of thinking. I think of it as training your mind, just as you would train your body through regular exercise. The more you practice faith-based thinking, the stronger those neural pathways become, and the easier it is to default to trust and hope in the face of future challenges. An essential part of this rewiring process is the emotional shift that accompanies faith. When you believe in God, you tap into feelings of hope, gratitude, and peace emotions that have a profound impact on your mental state. These positive emotions act as antidotes to the stress and anxiety that often accompany life's difficulties. Neuroscience has shown that emotions like gratitude and hope activate the brain's reward centers, releasing chemicals such as dopamine and serotonin that enhance mood and overall well-being. By choosing faith, you not only shift your thoughts, but also create an emotional environment that supports healing and resilience. Faith in God also transforms how you perceive problems. Instead of viewing challenges as threats, you begin to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. This perspective shift is crucial because it changes the narrative your mind creates about the situation. For example, instead of thinking, "Why is this happening to me?" you might start to think, "What is this teaching me? How can this strengthen my faith?" This reframing reduces the emotional charge of the problem, allowing you to approach it with clarity and a sense of purpose. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to automatically seek meaning and growth in adversity. One of the most significant ways faith rewires the mind is by fostering a sense of surrender. Many of the mental struggles we face come from our need to control every aspect of our lives. When things don't go as planned, this need for control can spiral into frustration and despair. Faith in God teaches us to let go of this control and trust in a higher plan. This act of surrender is not passive resignation, it's an active choice to release the mental burden of trying to manage everything on your own. Neuroscientifically, this reduces the activation of the brain's stress centers, allowing the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making and problem-solving, to function more effectively. Faith also encourages positive affirmations, which play a crucial role in rewiring the mind. Statements like "God is my refuge" or "I trust in God's plan for my life" serve as anchors during difficult times. When repeated consistently, these affirmations replace negative self-talk with empowering beliefs. This repetition strengthens the brain's neural connections associated with trust and hope, making it easier to access these states even when circumstances are challenging. In addition to affirmations, practices such as prayer and meditation further enhance this mental rewiring. Prayer allows you to express your concerns and fears while affirming your trust in God. It serves as a form of cognitive restructuring, where you replace thoughts of doubt with thoughts of faith. Meditation, on the other hand, helps quiet the mind, creating space for divine wisdom to emerge. These practices not only reinforce faith-based thought patterns, but also cultivate a sense of inner peace that permeates all areas of life. The effects of rewiring the mind through faith extend beyond personal well-being. They influence your interactions with the world around you. A mind rooted in trust and positivity radiates confidence and compassion, positively impacting relationships, work, and daily life. When you approach others with a calm and trusting demeanor, you create an environment of collaboration and understanding. This ripple effect demonstrates how personal transformation through faith can extend to the collective, creating a sense of shared peace and purpose. Rewiring the mind through faith in God is about creating a new mental foundation, one that supports you not only in times of struggle, but also in everyday life. It's a foundation built on trust, resilience, and the assurance that you are never alone. With each moment of faith, each affirmation, and each prayer, you are reshaping your inner world to align with divine truth. Over time, this transformation becomes evident not just in how you think, but in how you live, empowering you to face life's challenges with unwavering strength and grace. Believing in God transforms the way we perceive problems, allowing us to see them not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and spiritual evolution. Life's challenges, while often painful and overwhelming, carry the potential to teach us invaluable lessons and shape us into stronger, more resilient individuals. When you choose to trust in God during these moments, you shift your perspective from one of victimhood to one of empowerment, enabling you to uncover the hidden blessings within even the most difficult situations. One of the key aspects of this transformation is recognizing that problems are not punishments but part of a greater divine plan. It is human nature to ask, why is this happening to me when faced with adversity? However, faith in God reframes this question, encouraging you to ask instead, what is this experience teaching me, or how is this challenge shaping me into the person I am meant to become? This change in perspective is powerful because it moves you away from self-pity and toward a mindset of curiosity and openness. You begin to view difficulties not as random misfortunes, but as intentional experiences designed to help you grow. Faith also reminds us that problems, no matter how daunting they seem, are temporary. When you believe in God, you understand that life operates in seasons, times of abundance, joy, and ease, as well as times of hardship, struggle, and growth. Knowing that no problem lasts forever instills a sense of hope that carries you through even the darkest moments. This hope is not passive, it is an active force that keeps you moving forward, trusting that better days lie ahead and that every storm eventually passes. The act of trusting in God during challenges also helps us uncover the strength we didn't know we had. Problems often force us out of our comfort zones, pushing us to tap into resources, both internal and external, that might otherwise remain dormant. Faith amplifies this process by reminding us that we are never alone. When you believe in God, you draw upon a source of infinite strength and wisdom, one that empowers you to persevere even when the odds seem stacked against you. This partnership with the divine transforms challenges into opportunities to deepen your trust and reliance on God. In addition to building inner strength, faith allows us to find meaning in our struggles. Life's difficulties often feel chaotic and purposeless when viewed through a narrow lens. However, when you place your trust in God, you begin to see the bigger picture. Challenges become part of a larger narrative, one in which every event, no matter how painful, serves a purpose. This sense of purpose provides comfort and clarity, helping you make sense of your experiences and find peace even in the midst of difficulty. Faith also encourages us to embrace humility during times of challenge. Problems have a way of revealing our limitations, reminding us that we cannot control everything. While this realization can be humbling, it also opens the door to greater reliance on God. Instead of struggling to fix everything on your own, you learn to surrender, trusting that God is working behind the scenes in ways you may not yet understand. This surrender is not about giving up, but about acknowledging that there is a higher wisdom at play, one that is always working for your highest good. One of the most beautiful aspects of viewing problems through the lens of faith is the way it transforms gratitude. It may seem counterintuitive to feel grateful for challenges, but faith reveals that even hardships contain hidden blessings. Perhaps a difficult experience teaches you patience, strengthens your character, or deepens your empathy for others. Perhaps it brings you closer to God, reminding you of the divine presence in your life. By trusting in God, you develop the ability to find gratitude not just for the good times, but for the lessons that come from adversity. Faith also fosters resilience by helping us see problems as temporary and purposeful. Instead of being consumed by despair, you learn to approach difficulties with a mindset of endurance and determination. This resilience is not just about surviving challenges, but about thriving in spite of them. When you believe in God, you understand that every setback is also a setup for something greater. This understanding fuels your perseverance, giving you the strength to keep going even when the path ahead is unclear. Another way faith transforms challenges is by encouraging community and connection. When you place your trust in God, you often find yourself surrounded by others who share your faith. These connections provide support, encouragement, and perspective during difficult times. Whether through prayer, shared experiences, or acts of kindness, these relationships remind you that you are not alone in your struggles. They become a source of strength and a reminder of God's presence in your life. Faith in God changes the way you see problems by shifting your focus from fear and frustration to trust and transformation. It allows you to face life's challenges with the assurance that they are not random or meaningless, but intentional and necessary for your growth. With faith, you come to understand that every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise, a chance to grow closer to God, deepen your trust, and emerge stronger on the other side. By embracing this perspective, you not only navigate life's difficulties with greater ease, but also uncover the profound beauty and purpose within them. Faith in God provides a profound sense of inner peace, a state of calm that transcends the chaos and challenges of life. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances, but arises from a deep trust in the divine plan and the assurance that you are guided and cared for no matter the situation. It is a peace that serves as a fortress for the mind and soul, protecting you from the storms of fear, doubt, and anxiety that often accompany life's difficulties. In times of trouble, the human mind tends to default to fear and worry. We worry about what might go wrong, fear outcomes we cannot control, and dwell on the uncertainties that lie ahead. This constant state of mental agitation can feel overwhelming, creating stress that affects not just our emotional well-being, but our physical health as well. Faith in God acts as a counterbalance to this turmoil. It shifts the focus from fear to trust, reminding you that while you may not have all the answers, God does. This trust calms the mind, reducing the mental clutter that fuels anxiety and restoring a sense of clarity. Inner peace through faith in God is rooted in the understanding that you are not alone in facing life's challenges. When you believe that a higher power is guiding and supporting you, the weight of your burdens feels lighter. This doesn't mean the challenges disappear, but your relationship with them changes. Instead of feeling isolated and overwhelmed, you feel connected to something greater than yourself, a divine presence that offers comfort and strength. This connection brings a profound sense of reassurance, allowing you to face difficulties with courage and composure. Faith also creates peace by offering a sense of perspective. Problems often feel larger than they are because we view them through a narrow lens, focusing only on the immediate struggle. Faith in God broadens this perspective, helping you see the bigger picture. It reminds you that life operates according to a divine plan, one that often requires challenges to shape us into who we are meant to be. This perspective doesn't erase the pain of difficulties, but places them within a context of growth and purpose. Knowing that your struggles are part of a greater plan helps you accept them with grace, which is a key element of inner peace. Another way faith fosters peace is by encouraging surrender. Many of the stresses we experience come from trying to control things that are beyond our power. We worry about outcomes, obsess over details, and exhaust ourselves trying to manage every aspect of our lives. Faith in God teaches us to let go of this need for control and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Surrendering to God's will is not an act of passivity, it is an act of liberation. It frees you from the mental and emotional strain of trying to force solutions and allows you to rest in the assurance that God is handling the situation. Prayer and meditation are powerful tools in cultivating this inner peace. Through prayer, you express your concerns, fears, and hopes to God, creating a sense of release and relief. Prayer is not just about asking for help, it's about building a relationship with God, one that strengthens your trust and deepens your sense of peace. Meditation, on the other hand, helps quiet the mind and create space for divine wisdom to emerge. Both practices align your thoughts and emotions with God's presence, anchoring you in a state of calm even amid life's storms. Faith also brings peace by fostering gratitude. When you trust in God, you become more attuned to the blessings in your life, even in difficult times. This shift in focus from what is lacking to what is abundant creates a sense of contentment that is essential for inner peace. Gratitude reminds you that no matter how challenging life may be, there is always something to be thankful for: a lesson learned, a moment of connection, or even the strength to endure. This practice of gratitude reinforces the peace that comes from trusting in God's goodness. Faith helps us redefine what peace truly means. It's not about the absence of problems, but about the presence of trust and hope. Life will always have challenges, but when you have faith in God, those challenges lose their power to disturb your inner equilibrium. Peace becomes a choice, a state of mind you cultivate through your relationship with God rather than a fleeting feeling tied to external circumstances. It is the ability to remain calm and centered, knowing that you are held in divine care no matter what unfolds. Faith-based peace also extends to your relationships and interactions with others. When you are at peace within yourself, you radiate that calm to those around you. This creates an atmosphere of harmony, fostering understanding and compassion in your relationships. Even in conflicts, faith reminds you to approach others with patience and empathy, further reinforcing the peace in your life. The inner peace that comes from faith in God is a profound gift, one that transforms how you experience life's challenges. It is a state of being that allows you to navigate difficulties with confidence and grace, trusting that you are guided and supported every step of the way. This peace is not fragile or fleeting, it is enduring and unshakable, rooted in the unchanging nature of God's love and wisdom. With this peace, you can face life with a calm heart and a steady mind, knowing that all is well, even in the midst of uncertainty. Faith in God fosters a remarkable sense of resilience, empowering you to endure life's trials with strength, hope, and determination. Resilience is not merely the ability to withstand adversity, it is the capacity to recover, grow, and emerge stronger from challenges. When rooted in faith, this resilience becomes more than a psychological trait. It becomes a spiritual force that transforms how you face difficulties and allows you to persevere with grace and confidence. Life inevitably brings moments of hardship, whether through personal loss, failure, or unforeseen obstacles. Without faith, these moments can feel overwhelming, leaving you questioning your ability to cope or move forward. However, belief in God provides a foundation of trust and hope that acts as an anchor during turbulent times. This trust is rooted in the understanding that no matter how dire a situation may seem, God is always present, guiding and supporting you. Knowing this allows you to face challenges with a sense of assurance that you are not navigating them alone. Faith in God also helps you see beyond the immediate pain or difficulty, giving you a broader perspective on your circumstances. Challenges often seem insurmountable when viewed in isolation, but faith reminds you that they are part of a larger divine plan. This perspective shifts your focus from the problem itself to the growth and transformation it can bring. You start to ask questions like, how can this experience strengthen me, or what lessons is God teaching me through this? These questions create a mindset of growth and possibility, helping you view adversity not as an end, but as a stepping stone to something greater. Resilience through faith is deeply tied to the belief that every challenge carries within it an opportunity for growth. When you trust in God, you begin to see difficulties as tests of character and faith opportunities to strengthen your trust, deepen your patience, and refine your virtues. For example, a setback at work might teach you perseverance, while a strained relationship could reveal the importance of forgiveness and compassion. Instead of feeling defeated by challenges, you feel empowered to rise above them, knowing that they are shaping you into the person God intends you to be. One of the most powerful aspects of faith-driven resilience is the ability to draw strength from prayer and reflection. Prayer becomes a refuge, a space where you can lay down your burdens, seek guidance, and find renewed strength. It's not just a way of asking for help, it's a way of reconnecting with God and reminding yourself of His infinite power and love. This connection fuels resilience by filling you with hope and the assurance that no challenge is too great for God to handle. Resilience through faith also helps you embrace uncertainty with courage. Much of the stress and anxiety we experience during difficult times comes from the fear of the unknown. Faith teaches you to trust in God's plan even when the path ahead is unclear. This trust doesn't eliminate uncertainty, but it transforms your relationship with it. Instead of fearing what you cannot control, you learn to surrender it to God, focusing instead on the actions you can take in the present. This surrender is a source of strength, freeing you from the paralysis of fear and allowing you to move forward with confidence. Another dimension of faith-based resilience is the ability to find meaning and purpose in suffering. Faith teaches that God does not waste pain. Every trial has a purpose, even if it's not immediately apparent. This belief transforms suffering from something to be avoided into something to be embraced as part of the human and spiritual journey. It's not that faith minimizes the pain of challenges, but it provides a framework for understanding them, allowing you to find purpose in even the most difficult experiences. Faith also encourages resilience by fostering hope, which acts as a powerful antidote to despair. Hope is the belief that better days are ahead, even when circumstances seem bleak. It's the light that keeps you moving forward, no matter how dark the present moment feels. Faith in God strengthens this hope, reminding you that His promises are unwavering and that every challenge is temporary. This hope fuels perseverance, helping you endure even the most prolonged periods of difficulty with a sense of optimism and determination. Community and connection play a vital role in resilience, and faith in God often leads to relationships with others who share your beliefs. These relationships provide support, encouragement, and perspective during challenging times. Whether it's through prayer groups, spiritual discussions, or acts of service, the sense of belonging and mutual support within a faith community reinforces your resilience. It reminds you that you are not alone in your struggles and that others are walking alongside you, offering strength and solidarity. Resilience rooted in faith also helps you adapt to change and uncertainty. Life's challenges often force us to let go of old plans or expectations, which can be painful and disorienting. Faith in God provides the flexibility to embrace these changes with trust and grace, knowing that God's plans are always better than your own. This adaptability is a key component of resilience, allowing you to navigate life's twists and turns without losing your sense of direction or purpose. Faith in God fosters resilience by transforming how you view and respond to challenges. It equips you with the strength to endure, the perspective to grow, and the hope to move forward. It teaches you that adversity is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced as part of the journey. With faith as your foundation, you become unshakable, able to face life's trials with unwavering confidence, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity to draw closer to God and fulfill your highest potential. In conclusion, believing in God during times of difficulty is not merely an act of faith, but a transformative journey that reshapes your mind, strengthens your spirit, and deepens your connection to the divine. Faith empowers you to rise above fear, reframe challenges, and discover the hidden blessings within adversity. It provides a profound sense of inner peace, rooted in the assurance that you are never alone and that every trial is part of a greater, purposeful plan. Through trust, surrender, and resilience, you learn to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and courage, drawing strength from a source far greater than yourself. This belief is not about escaping problems, but about facing them with a renewed mindset, one anchored in trust, gratitude, and hope. Faith rewires your thoughts, allowing you to transcend limiting beliefs and align with a higher perspective. It reminds you that even in the darkest moments, God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for your growth and highest good. Challenges no longer become reasons to despair, but opportunities to deepen your faith, build resilience, and emerge stronger. Faith in God is the foundation that sustains you, giving you the courage to embrace life fully, regardless of its uncertainties. It transforms how you perceive yourself, your struggles, and the world around you, creating a life rooted in purpose, peace, and divine alignment. As you continue to trust in God, you unlock a boundless source of strength, wisdom, and love that carries you through every storm, reminding you that with Him, all things are possible.